Good day, ladies and gents. So today's wee gambit of information is how to light your stove properly. So traditionally around the UK, we've always lit our stove with the fire lighters and the kindling at the bottom. Let that get going and then put your logs on the top. But if you go out to sort of the Scandinavian areas of Europe, you'll find they do it completely the opposite way round, which makes more sense if you think about it. Because what that is doing is putting the fire at the top of the stove. So it's therefore heating the lung and chimney, the liner, flue much quicker. And this will become really evident when you've got a very damp day, very still or what have you, and the liner or the flue system's not up to temperature. You'll have a cold plug of air up at the top of the system there, which will not allow the smoke and what have you to push up through that. It will just act as a cork. So all the smoke is going to come back down. It's going to then flood out of your stove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to light it the opposite way round. And this should prevent a lot more of that sort of back smoke that you can get on certain days. This is our stove. This is the stove that we've got at the back of the house. This is a Barbus 765, which we've stuffed into the stone wall. So I'm just going to go through the process with you, and hopefully you'll switch round and I won't be seeing so much black glass and tarred up stoves in the future. Okay, right, so first things first, get your big logs or your main fuel and get them down in the bottom of the stove there, like so. So now what you want to do is get your fire lighters. Now we tend to use, or I use, the cheapest fire lighters I can get my hands on. They seem to combust really, really well. We often come across going to clients' houses and what have you, and they have these little sort of balls of wax wood shavings and what have you. I personally don't think that they get the heat into the fire as quickly as you would want it to. So we tend to use just the cheapest ones we can get our little mitts on, and they work very well. So now what you want to do is build yourself a little pile of sort of Jenga, making sure you've got plenty of air round about the kindling there. So build it up like so. And put a bit more in just for good measure, shall we? If I can fit it in, that is. Right, so there we go. What you obviously need to make sure is that your air controls are open. This has just a singular sliding air control down here at the base of the door here. So unlike other stoves, you'll have two, on some occasions 3 or 4 different air controls. So you just get this bit lit down the bottom here. Yep, that's going. When you're in the lighting process, also it can help if you just leave the door just slightly ajar. Now, this particular stove, at the top of the flue, we have a rotary cowl because we live at the bottom of the Ochils, up near Perth. And we're in a wee hollow in a village. Massey, they don't want your head in the video. Hello, you. Labrador's coming to help. So we've found that on very cold, damp days that it was this stove particularly was quite hard work to get going. So we've put a rotary cowl on the top, which obviously it will create its own draw to a degree, which does assist. The problem with rotary cows is they have a lifespan because they've got bearings and what have you. So they can sort of stop rotating after about 4 or 5 years, but that would depend on the fuel that you're using. All of this fuel that I'm using here is all stuff that we've processed ourselves. In fact, everything in there is ash, including the kindling. I've only just split that. So that is just natural stuff. I mean, obviously a lot of people buy kindling in weed bags, split softwood. It's just what I happen to have. So, so I split it up just 10 minutes ago. So as you can see, it's already ticking away quite nicely. So leave that be for 5-10 minutes and we'll come back and see where we've got to with it. You've brought your pheasant now, Matty, have you? Have you? I don't think everybody wants to see your pheasant. No. Right, okie doke, we'll see you soon. Right then, so here you go. Fire's now nicely lit. Have the Labrador here, don't be a mess. I'm going to show the people your pheasant. There we go, brought your pheasant. Yeah, so anyway, so really quite easy. Nice straightforward way of getting your stove going, particularly on very damp days. So I would advise that you give this method a shot. Say it's been done this way out in Northern Europe, Norway, all that area, Sweden. That's how they do it. They have much colder climates than we do. And it works really very well, as you can see. So guys, this is the way to do it. So, and as you can see, pets love it. So anyway, take care, give it a shot. If any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Okay, cheery bye.